From Strasbourg to Brussels and all over Europe, this is the EU Decoded Podcast by the EPP Group in the European Parliament, where we unpack European policy and current events.
I announced Andrzej Poczobut from Belarus as a winner of this year's Sakharov Prize for freedom of thought, together with Mzia Amaglobeli from Georgia.
Two countries, two different people, but their stories are so similar. Andrzej Poczobut and Mzia Amaglobeli represent two fronts of the same struggle, the defence of truth, dignity and free expression against Kremlin-sponsored tyranny. Journalists from Belarus and Georgia, they were jointly awarded the European Parliament's Sakharov Prize for freedom of thought following a nomination by the EPP Group and a decision by the Parliament's political group leaders and President Roberta Metsola.
Sakharov Prize for imprisoned journalists in Belarus and Georgia is a very clear sign of solidarity of European Parliament with other imprisoned political prisoners in Belarus and in Georgia.
Says Rasa Juknevičienė, MEP and co-initiator of the nomination.
And also clear sign to Georgian people fighting with European Union flags in Tbilisi, Batumi and other Georgian cities. So also imprisoned journalists means that dictators are afraid that they feel fear of freedom, of everything we enjoy here in European Union. So I am very happy for such decision. It's a clear sign for Ukrainians, Moldovans, Belarusians, Georgians fighting against the same Ruski Mir or Russian world ideology, which wants to occupy big parts of European continent.
Andrzej Halicki, MEP and Vice-Chair of the EPP Group, who co-initiated the nomination, highlights that by awarding Andrzej Poczobut the Sakharov Prize, the European Parliament not only honours his courage, but also hopes to help pave the way for his release.
It's worth being steadfast. He is a role model for all Europe, and that's probably the most important message. You can't trade values. Freedom of speech, identity, personal freedom and freedom of choice. These are the values that Andrzej Poczobut placed above his own freedom because he became a political prisoner, perhaps enemy number one. Alexander Lukashenko imprisoned him in a labor camp, but he didn't silence him.
Łukasz Kohut, MEP and Vice-Chair of the Subcommittee on Human Rights, as well as co-initiator of the nomination, says that the Sakharov Prize honours a man who stood firm against Lukashenko and a man whose courage is now taking a heavy toll on his health in a labour camp.
This is a very important signal. It's another way of shedding light on the Belarusian issue, showing that there are people in Belarus who want freedom, who ultimately want a pro-European Belarus and democracy. I was very pleased that we managed to secure this award together, across political divisions. We succeeded.
Across Europe, few have heard of Mzia Amaglobeli. But, as Rasa Juknevičienė points out, the Sakharov Prize has the power to change that.
It's naturally that many people don't know because it's only 1 year since Georgians are in the streets fighting for European Georgia. And she was one of those who founder of free media, one of the outlets of free media in Georgia, and she was one of the bravest fighting together with the people in the streets. She was arrested, imprisoned. Her health is deteriorating, and that's why she is very well known in Georgia and became as a symbol of all those people are fighting in the streets. And of course, her brave activities are exactly the same what Belarusian journalists also are fighting for 5 years.
The dictator may take away the physical freedom of his critics, but he will not break the courage or the conscience of those who fight for freedom, says Andrzej Halicki.
Andrzej Poczobut has always fought for a democratic Belarus. He is a deeply loyal citizen fighting for future, specifically for the European future of his country. Andrzej Poczobut has been repeatedly targeted and has already served time in prison. He is currently serving an 8-year sentence in extremely harsh conditions. He is perhaps the most experienced in this sense, a tragic and emblematic political prisoner among roughly 1,500 political prisoners. The European Parliament is fighting for the release of all of them. But Andrzej Poczobut truly deserves more than just support. He deserves recognition for his heroism.
Andrzej Poczobut is a man of unbreakable spirit, adds Łukasz Kohut.
For many years, he fought to ensure that the truth about what was happening in Belarus reached Poland and Europe. Andrzej Poczobut is a man of unbreakable spirit, someone who, despite being offered the chance to sign a loyalty pledge and stop passing the truth to the West and to Poland, refused to do so. As a result, he is now imprisoned in a labor camp, standing firm for the values he holds dear.
Each year, the European Parliament awards the Sakharov Prize to honour exceptional individuals and organisations defending human rights and fundamental freedoms, safeguarding the rights of minorities and fighting for respect for international law, democracy and the rule of law. And this year's award ceremony will take place on the 16th of December. And that's it for this episode of EU Decoded. Be sure to follow the EPP Group on social media, stay informed and stay engaged. Join us next time as we explore more EU topics.